When you say I'm a rocket scientist, that's really true. That's pretty much what I've done for my entire career. To me, it made all the difference in the world. I had 6 months where it didn't work, me doing it
Hmm.
myself. So changing and going and investing, because that's really what it is. It's an investment in you, right? And what's the most important asset you have? You. So, was the money worth it? Absolutely, it was worth it. Not only that, you guys helped me negotiate my signing bonus, and so the fee that I paid ended up costing me nothing out of pocket. When I was looking for a new position, I went about 6 months, and I really didn't get any interviews. I was close, but not there. And so after 6 months, I said, okay, I need to do something different. This is not working, and that's how I got in touch with Browning. And I considered what I was doing probably B plus work, but the difference is when I went to Browning, there were just minor things that were done, but they were the kind of things that moved it to A and A plus type activities. But I needed somebody from the outside to kind of help push me over the edge and going from good to great. And that's what my experience at Browning is that outside advice was so useful that I went 6 months without an interview. I went in the next 3 months, I had multiple interviews, and I had a job by the end of that 3 months.
When we started networking, you had said I had been networking for months, and all we had to do was kind of tweak the message of your networking, and all of a sudden it became a completely different animal for you. Things started to happen and opportunities started to come your way. So, I tell people all the time, your network is very valuable. You just have to learn how to use it properly.
And it was really in how you have the conversations, how you talk, what questions you ask. I was asking the wrong questions, and the coaching that I got on when you're networking, how do you approach it? That was the home run for me, because it changed the conversations, and it effectively multiplied my network through other people's networks as well. And instead of my list of 100 people that I was talking to, there was 400 people that I was networked to one way or another, and it was just absolutely incredible. And again, it didn't seem like a big thing from what I thought I knew I was doing, and it was a huge thing.
And people feel like they can do their job search with AI and all the technologies. But the key to it really is the personal relationships that you have. And I know, of course, you felt that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, one thing is even in my regular marketing job and like that, this is still a who you know world, okay? It's not what you know, it's who you know. And those relationships, frankly, in the age of computers and internet and AI, those relationships are more important now than ever, okay? Because it's still people making the decisions, and that's where your connection needs to reside with people. Well, and it certainly exceeded my expectations. I mean, when I signed up, I was hoping that at the end of 6 months, I would have something and that I would be employed in a good position. I had no idea that I would have multiple offers and actually be in a position to accept a job I basically had offers within 60 days after we started working, and was able to take one, and within the 90 days I was working. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That was absolutely incredible. And it was, for me, it exceeded my expectations and was a game changer. But the other bonus too, though, was even in that part of the process, I was able to reach back in, and you and I talked about how to look at my offer, how to structure, the request for a signing bonus, how to go do that. And frankly, that alone was worth the price of admission after I found the position. Just having somebody to bounce those ideas off, and somebody who's experienced and has seen multiple things. I mean, I've negotiated less than 10 jobs in my career, right? So, am I an expert? No, not really. But boy, the ability to go back and lean on somebody who does this as a regular thing and understands how companies work, like that, that was incredibly invaluable. And obviously we came out with a win-win. I got a great signing bonus, and the position fit to the point where I'm still there. So but the coaching and the guiding and that from start to finish was just absolutely incredible. And
we were
yes,
we were really in a tough job market, and it's a testament to, even if it's a tough job market, it's who you know and how you nurture those connections. So anytime you're in a tough job market, it really matters. It probably matters even more that you're having those good conversations.
oh yeah, because I mean, to get in the door, even through those resume screenings and everything like that, if somebody is willing to stand up and say, I want this person, or I recommend this person, I'll put my personal reputation on the line that this person is a good hire, makes all the difference in the world. And in a tough job market, because, we talk about automation, right? How do you stand out in a crowd, right?
Mm-hmm.
How do you make yourself visible and a desirable candidate, over everybody else, that looks the same. And, part of that is having an internal advocate that helps bring you to the top of the list.
Mm-hmm.
I think when executives onboard with Browning and seeking assistance, they have all these misconceptions, and then they also have heard, oh, people get multiple offers. That can't be me. That's not going to be me. That can't happen. Or you hear often, most of the time, we're able to negotiate that sign-on bonus where it does negate the fee that you paid up front. And a lot of people think, well, that's not going to be me. That seems impossible. But when it happens to you, then they're like, wow, I didn't even think that this was possible. And it's just such a proud moment for me, where I get emotional every single time, where it's like, yes, it can be you. And Melissa, to your point about AI, I've actually had clients that they have throwaway money, where they say, I'm going to work with Browning, but I'm also going to test the waters with using these AI tools as well. And they pay all this money. And it's basically an AI tool that scours LinkedIn profiles to try to set up networking conversations. And I've had some people test both. And time again, they say it really is leading nowhere, because you can't beat being able to build relationships with people. And when you work with Browning, it's a true partnership, because can I connect you to some folks? I absolutely can. Can I connect you to some powerful folks? I absolutely can. But that's where it ends, because it really comes down to the way you carry yourself as an executive, the method that you're building these relationships and following the process that will ultimately truly get your foot through the door. So anytime I hear a success story like this, Matt, I know that you truly trusted in the process and partnered with Browning in the way that we always expect.
Well, and see, then part of the fun has been to continue to network people that Browning has put me in touch with over the years, to kind of one explain my journey, and two, they've been in areas where I've been able to help them. But it's a fascinating cross section of people that kind of I run across that I wouldn't necessarily meet otherwise. And the conversations alone are interesting. And so for me, it's been a very worthwhile investment of my time, even though I already have a job. And do I really need Browning anymore? Well, maybe not. But at the same time, I enjoy the relationships. Like I say, Melissa and I talk probably every 6 months, if not more. I've talked, with John Sarachek a number of times, like that. I mean, and then the people that they bring into the network, for me, it's fun and rewarding. And, people are justifiably concerned about whether, they'll get their money's worth. It's an easy story to say that not only will you get your money's worth, but I had no expectation of being able to negotiate that back into a signing fee. So it was a huge upside.